Imagine a land where time seems frozen, vast rice fields, quiet villages, smiling farmers. But behind those smiles lies a world of secrets, hunger, and forbidden whispers. This is rural North Korea, a place so mysterious that even its closest neighbors barely know the truth. Today, we'll uncover the untold stories hidden behind the closed doors of its countryside. Stories that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Opening scene, the unknown frontier. The camera glides slowly over a vast landscape. Green rice paddies stretch as far as the eye can see. Villages made of mud brick homes cluster together, smoke drifting lazily from chimneys. At first glance, it looks idyllic, almost timeless. But this isn't an ordinary countryside. This is rural North Korea, one of the most closed-off corners of the world. A place where life seems frozen in the past, yet cloaked in mystery. And the deeper you look, the more unsettling the reality becomes. Life in rural North Korea is like a puzzle with missing pieces. What we see through official propaganda is simple. Smiling farmers, golden harvests, and collective joy. But testimonies from defectors, satellite images, and rare hidden footage reveal a very different story. One filled with resilience, secrecy, and astonishing contradictions. The mask of simplicity. Every autumn, North Korean state television proudly broadcasts images of farmers celebrating their harvest. They clap in unison, chanting songs of loyalty to the leadership. To the outside world, it looks like a traditional village festival. But behind the curtain, those same farmers often go to bed hungry. Crops are collected by state authorities first, leaving villagers with just enough to survive. According to the World Food Program, rural families sometimes receive less than 300 grams of corn per person a day, not even half the calories an adult needs. And yet, villagers continue to work the fields from dawn until nightfall. Why? Because survival here doesn't only depend on food. It depends on loyalty, obedience, and the delicate balance of navigating rules that outsiders can barely imagine. Shadows of the famine. For many North Koreans in rural areas, memories of the 1990s famine still haunt everyday life. Known as the Arduous March, this period claimed the lives of up to 1 million people. Entire villages were left abandoned. Children wandered roads in search of food. Testimony from a defector named Sun Hee, shared through a human rights group, tells a chilling detail. In my village, we boiled tree bark. My neighbor ate grass. At night, the sound of people crying from hunger echoed like ghosts. I promised myself if I ever survived, I would never forget. Today, conditions have improved somewhat, but the fear of hunger remains etched into rural culture. Families secretly grow potatoes in hidden corners of their gardens, away from state eyes, just in case. These quiet acts of survival are never mentioned in the news, but they're a crucial part of life in the countryside. The secret markets. Here's where the mystery deepens. Though North Korea officially claims it runs on a socialist-planned economy, reality in the countryside tells another story. Across the nation, thousands of jangmadang, black markets, have sprung up. In these rural markets, people trade everything. Rice smuggled from China, second-hand clothes, handmade soap, even foreign USB sticks filled with dramas and movies. To the government, these markets are unofficial, sometimes even illegal. But without them, many rural communities couldn't survive. Farmers sneak a portion of their harvest to sell, mothers trade household goods for rice, and teenagers secretly watch South Korean dramas on smuggled DVDs, getting a glimpse of a life they were told didn't exist. It's here, in the jangmadang, that whispers of the outside world spread like sparks in the dark. Stories of skyscrapers in Seoul, music videos from K-pop stars, even rumors of how people in other countries eat meat every day. For villagers who grew up believing North Korea was the wealthiest country in the world, these revelations are shocking, even dangerous. The invisible police. But make no mistake, the countryside may look quiet, but it's under constant surveillance. Every village has informants. Neighbors report on neighbors. A farmer who complains too loudly about hunger risks being sent to a labor camp. A teenager caught watching a foreign movie might disappear overnight. Satellite images show remote facilities scattered across the mountains. Defectors claim some of these sites are prisons where political dissidents and their families are held indefinitely. Nobody in the villages speaks of them openly, but everyone knows they exist. This invisible system of fear shapes daily life. Villagers smile when the state cameras come. They clap when told to. They shout patriotic slogans at rallies. But in private, their conversations are cautious, guarded, spoken only to those they trust completely. The children of the fields. One of the most haunting sights in rural North Korea is its children. Schools exist, but classrooms often lack paper, pencils, and even heat in the winter. Teachers instruct students to memorize loyalty songs or stories about the ruling family. For lunch, children sometimes bring corn porridge from home, if there's food at all. Defectors describe scenes where children faint from hunger during lessons. Some drop out early to help their parents in the fields or to scavenge for food along riverbanks. Yet despite this, laughter still fills the air. Children invent games with stones, build toys from scrap wood, and chase each other across dusty village roads. Their joy, in such harsh conditions, is both heartbreaking and extraordinary. The forbidden borderlands. Now, imagine living in a village near the northern border. Across the river lies China, visible in the distance. At night, the lights from Chinese towns glow brightly, while the North Korean side remains cloaked in darkness. Some villagers risk their lives to cross that river. If caught, they face brutal punishment. But the temptation is enormous. Food, medicine, even freedom. Many try to smuggle goods across, hiding them in bundles of firewood or underclothes. From the Chinese side, aid sometimes slips through bags of rice, radios, or even memory cards filled with forbidden information. These fragments of the outside world ripple through villages, challenging everything people were taught to believe. Festivals of loyalty. And yet, amid hardship, life in rural North Korea still has moments of celebration. National holidays bring parades, dance performances, and collective gatherings. Villagers rehearse for weeks, perfecting songs and dances that glorify the leadership. Food is sometimes distributed during these festivals, creating brief moments of abundance. For children, these events are magical. Colorful costumes, loud music, and the rare taste of sweets. But beneath the surface, even these festivals serve as reminders of loyalty. Attendance is mandatory. Smiles are required. Every clap, every cheer is carefully observed. To outsiders, it looks like joy. To insiders, it's a performance of survival. The resilient spirit. So what makes rural North Korea so mysterious? It's not just the secrecy of the state or the restrictions on information. It's the resilience of the people. Despite living under strict control, villagers find ways to adapt. They build secret stoves to cook quietly during power cuts. They create barter systems to trade without money. They whisper songs and stories of hope under the cover of night. Every hidden garden, every black market exchange, every small act of kindness is a quiet rebellion, proof that even in the harshest environments, the human spirit endures. The hidden truth. The camera zooms out once again. Fields stretch endlessly, dotted with tiny villages. From above, it looks peaceful, even beautiful. But now we know. Beneath that calm surface lies a life of struggle, secrecy, and quiet courage. Rural North Korea is a land of contrasts, where beauty hides suffering, where silence speaks louder than words, and where the greatest mystery of all is not the regime's power, but the resilience of its people. For outsiders, it may forever remain a distant enigma. But for those who live there, it is home, a place of hardship, hope, and unspoken dreams.